It's Simon Raybould. How are you, mate?
Again. The thing is,
Again.
I'm beginning to suspect you have no friends, and that's why you keep coming back.
Matthew Hill, known as Billy No Mates.
There's a couple of people I know who go together all the time, work together all the time, but because they are now separate because of COVID, it's becoming more obvious that one of them is actually a glove puppet operated by the other, just to make it look like he's got some friends.
Exactly. I was going to say some funny joke about you never see me and someone else in the same room, but in COVID, that's just
You
about
never see
everybody.
me and Batman in the same room at the same time.
Exactly.
And
There's 8
just infer
billion
from that
people.
what you will, but you never see me and Batman.
Exactly. It's all good. So last time we were talking about the importance of 2 things. Purpose, what the hell are you going to do? But also, and I wanted to emphasize this time, beginning where the audience are in terms of their level of knowledge, experience, or language, and understanding the terms you're going to use. So it sounds like we're going to do the same thing. If you listen to the sentence Professor Raybould is going to give you, dear viewer, but it's actually subtly different. So what's another no-no or an assumption, Simon?
Okay, so by all means, start where the audience are, but for goodness sake, don't do, and this is a big no-no, don't do what the audience want you to do.
Lovely. So don't
Seriously.
do what the audience want you to do. Everyone's going, hey, what? I've been invited. They're paying. They're stronger than me.
The thing is, the big thing here is a presentation is supposed to change something. It's supposed to do something, right? It's supposed to shift the dial. It's supposed to make the world a different and hopefully better place. Okay. What audiences want, deep breath, massive generalization, is for you to be short, funny, for the biscuits to have chocolate on them, and for the chairs to be comfortable.
I hear you.
They also want to be spoon-fed. Yeah, and that doesn't change things, because if you're not challenging, if you're not pushing them out of where they currently are, nothing changes. By definition, nothing changes. So this thing that presentation trainers do all the time drives me around the bend, where you go, give the audience what they want. No, don't give the audience what they want. Unless you're an after-dinner speaker or a pop star, don't give them what they want. Instead of being true to your audience's wants, be true to your message's needs.
Exactly. So we go to the doctor. What does the child want? A lollipop. What does it need? An inoculation. Oh, how very topical. How very topical. They'll be going there soon. Or not. Very good. So the wants and needs are different. And also the other day, there's a correlation between chalky biscuits or the quality of the lunch and your rating as a speaker on the feedback form. Very good. So we don't want to be challenged. We just want to be entertained. And that will get you... We're not entertainers. Some of us take that job description of not being an entertainer maybe too seriously.
Yeah, I'm bore the pants off people. I'm not saying you shouldn't be funny. I'm not saying you shouldn't be entertaining, but that's not your job. Your job is to change something. There's a slight subtlety here as well, in that if you ask audiences what they want, they will tell you that they want something to change. So that's like me going to my personal trainer, and Anne says to me, that my personal trainer is called Anne, and she says, Simon, what do you want? And I want to be fitter, faster, stronger, more stamina, more buff, better good looking. And she says, good, let's go to the gym. And I go, no. I don't want to go to the gym. I just want you to make me fitter and faster and stronger. So if you ask an audience what they want, they will say, I want this change. I want to be able to do this. I want to be able to better understand this. But that implies that they've got to do some damned work.
Very good. Can I suggest that Anne gives you a brain transplant and puts your brain into an athlete's body? Job done.
This body is a temple.
It is a temple. And
it is a temple to Bacchus, unfortunately.
Sacrilege happens every day. Very good.
It does indeed.
I'm also riffing on something else. There's the what it is. You know, we train what it is. This is what it is. We train I can do it with you. And then there's the non-training presenting, which is I can do it for you. And sounds like really, you know, there's a bloke in a suit with a microphone on the stage saying this is what it is, but really they want to do it, can you do it for me? And that's just the format is completely wrong, isn't it?
Yeah, and there's a difference between presenting and training and speaking. They're all different things: presenting, training, speaking, facilitating. But we get them all blurred up in this horrible. So when I go and look at my LinkedIn profile connections and I look at what people do, about half of them say trainer, facilitator, speaker, author. And maybe they are those things, some of them, but I will put good money on the fact that they're not all good at all of those things, because they are. So, for example, I was listening to somebody the day who said, I'm moving from mentoring into coaching because the skill set is the same, isn't it?
Ooh. QI, ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, exactly. No, mentors might talk. They might not, but they might. Coaches, shut the freaking hell up and listen to what is being said and just ask the killer question. They are completely different. So there's an issue here. Similarly, there are some people who train from the stage, and there are some people who inspire from the stage, and there are some people who teach from the stage. And I don't regard myself as a professional speaker. I regard myself as a trainer from the stage. That's what I do. And that's a skill set that's different from being a big conference speaker that inspires everybody and all of that kind of jazz.
The Olympic silver medalist who's got a better story than the Olympic gold medalist, who doesn't really understand how they got there. No, very nice.
Yeah, you arrive on the podium and go, how the hell did this happen? Yeah,
no, exactly. No, and we've all met, with all disregards for people with physical impediment, deaf coaches. So we've seen people who really should be mentors. They've got lots of life experience. There's a famous friend of mine in a Central European country, which will be unnamed. It's so difficult not to tell them the answers. Funny, but inappropriate.
Yeah, and it's why when people ask me if I will give them coaching, no, I don't have a coaching bone in my body. I really don't. My wife and members of my team are superb coaches because they ask really loud silences. And that's not a misphrase. That's what they do. They have what we call loud silences. They just raise an eyebrow and go, oh, and then the silence hang there until somebody says something useful. They're really good at that. But I'm not. I can't do that. Look, I've got the answer. Here's the answer. And my instinct is to give it to them.
So you're a car mechanic. You need another part. So your wife went to the Roger Moore coaching school.
The eyebrow. No, she's better looking than Roger Moore.
Well, that's a statement. That's a statement.
Yes, I will. She's not even here. She's not even here, and I will stick with that.
This is wasted. I hope she sees the recording. Roger
In
Moore.
fact, can I just be self-indulgent for a second? There's a slide I show sometimes of me and my wife dancing for our 25th wedding anniversary.
Brave man.
Absolutely. Yeah, I learned to dance especially for our 25th wedding anniversary, just as in secret, without telling my wife. There's a whole romantic story behind this.
People, viewers, donate now. Donate now.
At the end of this, I made the mistake once of going, you've seen me, you've seen a photograph of my wife. Just by show of hands, how many of you think I'm punching above my weight and she is way too good for me? Right?
Very good, very good.
Now, worryingly, just about every single bloke in the room put his hand up. A good third of the women to half women put their hands up. And I looked at the back of the room and where my wife was, standing on a chair with both of her hands up.
Nice, very good.
This man is clearly punching above his weight.
Very good.
Yeah, she's better looking than Roger Moore. Definitely better looking. I'll go so far as to say she's even better looking than Sean Connery.
You are. I tell you what, mate. Okay, all right. I tend to do the under promise and over deliver, but that's just me. All right, I think we're drifting. So we are the brutal change agents of change. How do we set that up? What's the brief? What's the intake so that we can change the audience?
You know what it is that you're trying to get out of the thing. So you come to this, what is the purpose? And the follow-up question from that is, what is the purpose and how will I know when I have achieved it? Yeah. And when you know what it is you're trying to do, you then figure out everything else in your presentation falls into place. What's the best thing to do to get the audience from there to there? And it's simple in principle, but like losing weight, it's simple. Eat less, move more, dead simple, but it's not easy. As I know, I've been trying to lose weight for quite some. Let me give you an example. What audiences want is to be spoon-fed step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5 in a really simple and elegant way. The problem with that is that the research of how people learn is very, very clear that turns them into passive learners. And passive learners don't learn nearly as much as engaged. Yeah, absolutely. But what you develop as a teacher and as a trainer from the stage is you go topic 1, topic 2, topic 3. Do you know what? Sorry, folks, there's something I've just thought about that I didn't include in topic 2. Can we go back to it? Do you remember when I was in topic 2, when I talked about so-and-so? Well, here's another example. Now, that looks to your audience like your presentation is unstructured and you don't know what you're doing and you've gone and you're shooting around the place. But as long as you do it well and you don't do too much of it, it's actually a better teaching tool than the slick stuff, because the audience has to go, topic 2, what the hell was he? Oh, yeah. And they're working more. The more the audience spreads. Yeah. Up to the point where they work too hard, the more they work, the more likely they are to remember it.
There we go. And we've also got the Brooklyn Bridge technique, haven't we? I'm beginning part A, maximum attention. He's going to say something profound, drifts off. I'm coming to the end of part A. Oh, he's going to give us a summary.
Goes back up.
And so we have the Brooklyn Bridge for each section.
And then you do topic 1, topic 2, topic 3. And between those, you hit the reset button big time.
I think we are in danger of overloading our passive observers who want to change but don't want to do the work.
Tough luck.
Professor Simon Raybould from the University of Presentation Genius, California, Newcastle. Thank you for this honorary Memorial Matthew Hill lecture.
You're welcome.
We'll see you again soon. People, don't write in. No, do write in. Complain. Get your money back. Whatever you paid, it will be returned to you in full. Take care, people. See you next time.
Have fun.
Well done.
Take care.
Here we go.